Okay, so what it is, those wings are literally dealing with the angels and their garments. Okay. And I'm going to go to Psalms 57 and 1. And it says, to the chief musician, let's see, I'm going to skip that part. It says, be merciful unto me, O Yahweh, O Elohim, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yeah, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge, until these calamities be overpast. I will cry unto Yahweh Most High, unto Yahweh that performeth all things for me. He shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. Selah. Elohim shall send forth his mercy and his truth. Okay, so if we go back up to verse 1, it says King David says he's going to trust in the shadow of thy wings and as his refuge, which is dealing with the angels, right? And they're wearing garments. Okay, and then it says in verse 3, he shall send from heaven, because them so-called UFOs, those chariots, where are they coming from? They're coming from heaven. All right, save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. And how is the so-called white man, the Edomite, going to try and swallow the Israelites up with those nuclear missiles, right? And they are going to kill 2/3 of the nation, along with all the heathen. But that 1/3, and also the elect, are going to have a great deliverance via the chariots. All right, so go back to Psalms 91. And let's see. Verse 6. And we'll go back to 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. And that arrow is dealing with the missiles. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. All right. And so now what I want to do is go to that proverb. Let's see, Isaiah. Let me look it up real quick. I can't remember exactly where it's at. All right, let me see. So we'll go to Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. The waster that it's talking about is that missile, all right? Because we had just read in Psalms 91, it says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So it's dealing with those missiles, all right? And if we go on to the next verse, it's a popular verse, but people have a misunderstanding on this next verse, verse 17. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. All right, so, people think that that's dealing with everyone, Christianity, Catholicism, any type of church that's been set up. But no, it's dealing with the elect, all right? Because only the elect and the 1/3 are going to be saved from the destruction, all right? So don't include yourself if you're not pushing this true doctrine. We'll go back to Psalms 91. And we are going to be at verse 7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. All right? So there's going to be a lot of death and destruction in that day. All right? The slain of the Lord shall be many. It says that in Isaiah 66:15. But I'm going to go to Genesis, and we're going to go to chapter 7, verse 23. And it says on the bottom of your screen, and every living substance was destroyed, which upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. So this was dealing with the first destruction, okay? The first destruction killed everybody except for Noah and his family, which were 8 people all in total. This second destruction that's coming, you're going to see many people, like it says right here, 1,000 shall fall at thy side at the top, and 10,000 at the right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Nigh thee. So in the same fashion, man, there's going to be mass destruction. Okay. Verse 8. Only thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. All right. So now we're going to go to Psalm 37 and 34. And it's towards the middle. Wait on Elohim and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. All right. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. And we're going to jump down to 39. It says, but the salvation of the righteous is of Elohim. He is their strength, and in their time of trouble. And Elohim shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. All right, so we're on those street corners pushing his truth through faith and because we trust in this word. All right. So that's what it is, No other way to explain it. But the people that trust in Yahweh are going to be the ones saved in those chariots. And the ones who trust in him are the ones who push his truth on the street corners. All right, and the 1/3 that's attached to those elect men. And go back to Psalms 91. And we're going to go to verse 12. It says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against... Well, I'm sorry. Let me move up, because I feel like... Did I skip one? Yeah, I did. Skipped a couple. So verse 9, all right, it says, because thou hast made Elohim, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee. And the word evil means bad times. So you could read it like, there shall no bad times befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. All right, so what are those plagues? You're talking about the modern day plagues, including the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and also the missiles. All right, those are modern day plagues. In Egypt, they had the frogs, they had the locusts, they had the river turning into blood, they had the 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 firstborn was killed of the Egyptians by the angel of death, which those were ancient plagues in ancient Egypt. Now these are the modern plagues in spiritual Egypt, which is America. All right. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. All right. The angels, right? They're going to be the ones saving us. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Okay. So literally, the angels are going to save us, right? Unless we get consumed in that destruction, in that fire, that's what, we're already in hell, but that's where Christianity confuses the people by saying, hey, this is the hell, the fire, the everlasting fire. There is going to be an everlasting fire with those missiles, because like I've said in the past, the missile, the nuclear power, you can't quench that fire. It literally burns forever and ever, on and on and on. That's how nuclear energy works. You don't need to keep feeding it, something to burn. It'll literally just keep burning on its own. You can research nuclear energy, nuclear atoms and molecules. That's what happens. I'm going to go to, because it said, unless thou dash thy foot against the stone. Well, let's go to a precept. We're going to be in Matthew, and let's see, chapter 4. We'll go 5 through 11. Then the devil this is dealing with the devil taking up Yahushai. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee. And we just read that in Psalms. And in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So this devil is tempting Yahushai, saying, hey, jump off the pinnacle of the temple, because your God is going to save you through his angels. Because they knew about the chariots. And Yahushai said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. All right. So this is actually dealing with the Roman government, right? That's who's dealing with Yahushai, because Romans were the global power during the time of Yahushai. So he took a high mountain is referring to a large government, which was Rome at the time. So these were the Romans tempting Yahushai, saying, hey, like in the same fashion that these musical artists, are how do they say it? They sign those soul contracts with the Illuminati to gain their fame and their fortune. Well, this is the same thing they were doing with Yahushai, but it didn't work on Yahushai. We're going to go to 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. See, those Illuminati, like Kanye West and Jay-Z and Beyonce, they were in the same position as Yahushai, and they took the bait, They sold their soul, as they say, But Yahushai, what did he do? Let's read it. And saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. See, Yahushua is not going to worship them, but those other people, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, all those big names, Cardi B, they did make the agreement and they did worship the beast. That's why all of their music has all the symbolism of the beast, right? You see the Illuminati triangles in their videos. You see, all the wicked rituals that they do in their videos and in their performances. Verse 10. And then saith Yahushai unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. All right, so the angels, they're going to be right there, man, ministering to us. And that's what they do. So the angels literally are with us when we're pushing this truth, just like they were with Yahushai. All right, and let me find this verse. I think let me see. Yeah, this is it. Psalms 34:7. The angel of Elohim encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. So this is a beautiful verse, because it's talking about the angels and those chariots, those so-called UFOs. They, just like we read, they ministered Yahushai after the devil left. Well, guess what? This has happened to many of the GMS camps. What happened was, first I'll explain what with the elders. They had their adversary, Vocab Malone. He showed up to their camp about 3 weeks ago, unannounced, and he was doing his normal thing, playing his part, the devil, right? He despises the truth, so he tries to debate the truth. So they dealt with him for about 2 hours that day, and after he left, lo and behold, there were a fleet of chariots in the sky. You could hear people. You could hear the chaos, because they were witnessing the chariots in the sky right after the devil left. Just like when Yahushai was dealing with the devil, he left, and then the angels ministered to him. While the same fashion, the elders were dealing with Vocab Malone, who is a anti-Yahushai, and after he left, the elders and the people that were on the street that day witnessed the fleet of chariots, because the angels showed up, man. That's how we know this thing is real, man. And just in that same fashion, on Sunday, we had a mob of demons that wanted to, dispute our truth coming out of our mouths. And these people were roused up, they were yelling at us, they were cussing at us out, they were insulting us. And for a while there on Sunday, it was that demon spirit was heavy with all those demons around us. Well, guess what? They left. We kept doing camp, and then as soon as we closed camp, we go back to our parking spots, and lo and behold, one of the brothers was like, "Hey guys, come over here real quick. Is that a chariot? Is that a chariot?" We walk over there, and sure enough, there was a chariot right after we closed camp. So let me read this verse. Psalm 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. All right. So in the same fashion with Yahushai, the elders in our own camp, those angels, guess what? They see what's happening. They see who's pushing the truth. They see who's coming against the truth. And then they make themselves known. You can see the chariot in the sky, man. After happened with the elders, happened with Yahushai, happened with us, and it's happened on many other occasions. There's brothers from GMS that are at camp, and there's many videos where the brothers unknowingly are, they're preaching and teaching, And all of a sudden you can see chariots flying in the skies, you know. There are a few videos on the YouTube that you can verify this. But it's always the same. Those angels are encampeth around about us, like verse 7 says. So, you know, it's a faith builder when you see chariots when you're at camp. And we've seen them on multiple occasions. And the first time I saw it at camp, man, it was a huge faith builder, you know. You just know you're doing the right thing. So, let's go back to Psalms 91. And we'll go to verse 11. And we'll read it again. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. And those are the things we just read in Matthew, when Yahushua was being tempted by Satan, by the Romans, who are the Americans now. And let's see. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. All right, so the dragon is going to be trampled under our feet, man. Who's the dragon? It's that so-called white man who is the serpent. That's what a dragon means. It means large serpent. So in that day of destruction, the dragon is going to be stubble under our feet, according to the scriptures. You know, he's going to get burnt up in that fire, man, that nuclear fire. Because he hath set his love upon me, this verse 14, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. And what's that trouble that we're going to be in? It's going to be those chariots, man. All right. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. So what is that salvation? The salvation is literally the chariots taking us up. Okay? So those chariots are going to save us, man. A couple precepts I want to bring out before I close out here. Go to Proverbs 3, and we'll deal with 25. It says at the top of your screen, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For Elohim shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Because when those chariots come and the missiles hit and the destruction and you know, everything, chaos breaks loose, the men of Yahweh are in this truth. We're going to know what those chariots are. We're not going to be dismayed at the sights of those things in heaven. We're actually going to be it's going to be our confidence, right? Just like 26 says. And they're going to keep our foot from being taken. So we're not going to be taken by that desolation of the wicked or that nuclear fire. We're actually going to be taken up into salvation, where we'll get our new bodies. Our bodies will change in the twinkling of an eye, the Bible says. So I'll go to another precept. This is in Daniel 6:22. And it says, my Elohim hath sent his angel, and hath shut the lion's mouth, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. So just like when Daniel was thrown into the pit of the lions the lion's den. They didn't harm him because the Lord didn't put the spirit on those lions to hurt him. Well, in the same fashion, the elect are not going to be harmed, even though we're going to be in harm's way. Even though we're going to witness the nuclear fire, we won't be harmed. We're going to be delivered by the chariots instead of being burned up in the fire with the wicked. And it all goes back to the work that we're doing and the faith that we have and the truth that we're pushing. All right. All the will of Yahweh. I'm going to go to Mark 16:18. And this says, in verse in the middle of the screen, it's Yahweh Shai speaking. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. All right, so Yahweh Shai is dealing with the elect, right? He was dealing with his men, right? The men that Yahweh has given him. So what it is, we're not going to be, even though we're in harm's way, we're not going to feel the heat of that fire. And we're going to be delivered with a great deliverance, So it's going to be crazy, man, because all of our enemies, all of the people who scoffed and mocked us, all the people who doubted us, they're going to see us taken up in those chariots as they get killed in the fire, And that's when they'll know. They'll know who the men of the Lord were. Let me just find this verse real quick. Let me see. Bear with me. I'm just trying to find a verse that I forgot where it's at. Okay, let's go to John, because this is dealing with the elect men, and Yahweh Shai is talking about those elect men who are going to be saved. The same ones that are going to be saved that I've been, reading about. Go to John 15 and verse 19. And it says, if ye were of the world, at the very top. Well, let's go to 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking, and he's talking to the elect. And it says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Because we are not loved out on those streets. We are not embraced by the masses. It's the very opposite. They hate us. They think because they're so backwards in their minds, they think that the speech coming out of our mouth is hate speech. They embrace wickedness rather than righteousness. In verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. So that's what happens, man. And let me keep reading. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. So just to cut to the chase, these people that are scoffing and mocking us, they hate the words that we're teaching. Excuse me. They have a direct hatred for the Most High. because we're out there delivering his word as it is written. We're not changing it. We're not holding back. We're not sparing their feelings. We're delivering the truth as it is written. And they hate us for it. But guess what? They actually hate the Most High. And it says that, in verse 19, if ye were of the world would love his own. So literally, this shows you that our souls are not from this world. And when I say our souls, I'm dealing with the elect. Right? Our souls, from the beginning, we didn't have a allegiance with these false doctrines. Even if we were exposed to false doctrines during our youth, before we came into the truth, the false doctrines did not cling to us. We didn't hearken to the false doctrines. We were always looking for the truth. And it was a great mercy of Yahweh to give us this truth, who are his servants, right? You can't, and like it says in, it says in 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. Well, Yahweh Shai is our Lord. We're not greater than Yahweh Shai. So if he was persecuted, you damn straight, we're going to be persecuted. That don't make any sense for us not to be persecuted if our Lord was persecuted to the point of crucifixion. The Romans killed him. So now I'm going to go to Psalm again. And we're going to go to, we'll go to 21 and verse 4. And it says, he asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even the length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation. Honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. Meaning our faces are going to be ecstatic during this salvation. During this, the great glory it's talking about is those chariots. Because what does it say? It says that Yahweh Shai is coming with power and great glory. Well, those chariots are going to put a smile on the faces of the elect men, man, when we're getting taken up in those chariots. And our bodies change in a twinkling of an eye, It's going to be a beautiful and even a strange thing, as it says in Wisdom of Solomon. Let me bring that out real quick. Because, the people of this world, they've been deceived. They think that green men, aliens, are in those chariots. Oh, those are angels. Dark-skinned men. So it's going to be a strange thing when they see us getting taken up in those chariots. And look at, here it is right here. Wisdom of Solomon 5:2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Because they're not going to expect the chariots to save the men of the Lord. That's going to be strange to them. They're going to be amazed at that strangeness. At the end of that verse, so far beyond all that they looked for. That's like the last thing that they would have thought. How many Christian churches are teaching that salvation comes through the so-called UFOs and the chariots? Nobody's teaching that in the church, in the fake church, I should say. But you're dealing with the real church with GMS, and we're able to, unlock these mysteries, starting out with the elder apostles, because Yahweh is dealing with us. And when we read these scriptures, it's very plain for us to see. So, one more verse. I'm going to go to Psalms 50 and 23. And it's at the bottom. Well, let's go to 22. Now consider this, ye that forget Yahweh, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright will I show the salvation of Elohim. So the ones who offering praise and are teaching the truth on the street corners, those are the same ones that'll be saved with salvation of Yahweh or Elohim. So, it's a hard pill to swallow. If you're an Israelite man and you're not out there doing the work, preaching, this is the time we urge you to, to do it. If it's your lot, then cast your lot and teach. Because as you can see from what I've been bringing out, the same shall be saved, the one who endures, But with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha-Rakah Kodash. Double honors goes to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity. Shalom to the elect.